since I had no sound on before. Um, so here we go. Today we're going to talk about feeling stuck in your career. And I'm going to try to pull up my live page now. Just bear with me 1 second. And I'm almost there. And here we go. Um, okay, great. Okay, so here we are. I can see the comments now. I wanted to talk about feeling stuck in your career, and it's unfortunate that I had this brilliant thing planned out, and I had Butte on. It seems so. So, what does it mean to feel stuck in your career? I mean, I've been there. I've been in a career where I didn't feel like I was getting the recognition I needed, and I tried really hard. I worked harder. I worked longer hours. I was like, "Hey, look at me! Look at me! Look at me!" And just couldn't get promoted and couldn't get anywhere. And it was really frustrating. But aside from the frustration and aside from the ego of not getting promoted, what it really did was it made me feel like I was losing credibility. And it was giving me a sense of uncertainty about my worth. And that wasn't good. And it started to really kind of mess with my head a little bit, a lot actually. It made it to the point that I actually started to dread going to work because my identity was so wrapped up in my job that didn't uh, I didn't know how to separate it, and I didn't know how to separate my sense of worth. Like after a while, I didn't know how to separate my sense of worth with what was happening in my career. And if I wasn't succeeding in my career or getting promoted or getting raises or bonuses or that kind of thing, getting all the flashy, sexy assignments. Um, what did that make me? It made me feel like I was being discarded, that I wasn't useful, that I wasn't capable. Um, and so it really kind of manifested into a fear. Like I was just like a feeling of fear and being stuck. Um, and you could ask, like, why didn't I change jobs? Well, the reality is that I didn't change jobs because um, of the fear of change. You go in every day and you feel, the environment, your coworkers, your commute, where you're getting lunch that day. You know what's expected of you there, and it's the fear of change after a while. And when you're doubting yourself, that fear of change is even greater because now you're like, okay, I'm not getting promoted. I'm not getting what I need here. I'm not getting recognized. And how do I deal with that? So, hold on, I'm just going to put on focus really quick. um, so, how do you deal with that? And reality is we all want to feel, or you feel. I mean, I know I did. You want to feel listened to. You want to feel valued. You want to experience satisfaction from what you're doing with the better part of your waking day. You want to wake up feeling happy and energized, inspired and passionate. You want to feel grounded, like you have a firmer grasp on your future. There's a control issue there. Instead of constantly managing this internal crisis. Um, and when you feel like you're stuck in your job, you feel like you can't move forward. So what do? You start avoiding. You avoid things in order to break away from the pressures. You don't speak up because you're afraid that you're going to be dismissed. Because that's been your experience. You spend way too much time worrying about or doubting your instincts. So you're not feeling aligned with your work environment or the expectations of the job or your perceived expectations of the job. So, what do you do to fix the problem? You could take time off and take a break. Um, you can say no and free up some time to focus on what will move the needle forward for you. You can take a pause and reset your energy clock. So, taking a break is you could go on a vacation, but the vacation isn't going to work unless you actually shut off. Um, which is hard to do because you have this insecure feeling of losing control, and you feel like you have to be on all the time. And that's an issue. So you really have to find the strength to disassociate yourself a little bit from your job and figure out, who am I? What do I want? Is my career the only thing in my life? When you get older and you look back, do you want to say like, oh, I had a great career? Or do you want to say like, I did some really cool stuff. I traveled here. I did this. I helped people. So if you want to get unstuck, one of the things that worked for me was for me to break my identity away from my job, to stop identifying as an attorney, to stop identifying as I'm an attorney that does this and works here. It's a much easier explanation. You can like throw it out there, boom, you're done. But if you begin to identify with it too much and you don't get what you need from your job, it's going to start to manifest internally as a feeling of inadequacy. So take some time off, some real time off. Say no to things so that you can free up your time and focus on, other things. Like, do you like bike riding? Do you like walking in the woods? Do you like video games? Whatever it is you like, find the time to do the things that energize yourself. Find the time to do the things that you're passionate about, that resonates with you. Because if you're a high achiever, you're more than your career. So stop managing your internal crisis and start changing your career and your perspective of your identity within your career. And that's when you can actually start to feel unstuck and move forward and find the joy and satisfaction you're looking for in your life. Okay. Thank you for take 2. Hopefully the sound was good, and I'll see you soon.